Hey, boomity boomity boom boom, guns, 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 guns. The boom's heard around the world even when nobody shoots a gun. There are left-wing wackos that say take the guns away from all the good guys. And it just doesn't work that way. You have America, the states stand up, the Second Amendment is strong, but the Second Amendment had some weakness, and it still kind of does, but the court said it's no longer weak, so it's okay, and that is the militia. Get rid of that word militia maybe and just talk about people, but it's there and it finally did pass the test. That's okay. Canada. Everybody's scared in Canada because the government's taking the guns away, but finally there's people standing up in Alberta and they say, hey, let's have a Bill of Rights because that's bad. We want to make it better and more clear than America's Second Amendment. Ours will state you can have a gun. Oh, that's kind of good if you're an individual. So it's stronger than the Second Amendment, although the Second Amendment now, of course, is very strong. The one in Alberta will say freedom to keep and bear arms, including ownership and use of firearms. Okay, they've approved, the board has approved this Bill of Rights. It now has to go to the Premier. She puts it in her paperwork and then it goes to their AGM, which is coming up, I think, in a couple of weeks. So hopefully it'll get through those next stages, but it's pretty strong stuff when the board has approved it, and I believe it was anonymous. So that's kind of good. We're looking forward to that happening. A lot of people in the press are knocking this already. One writer said this. Peter Lougheed, who was the Premier of Alberta for a long time, he introduced the Alberta Bill of Rights on March 2nd, 1972. And this writer says, that's good. Let's leave that alone. We don't need anything else. But here's what it says. The right of the individual to liberty, security of person, and enjoyment of property. Guns are property. And the right not to be deprived thereof, except by due process of law. Which undermines everything that was said, right? You can do this if. You can do that, maybe. I mean, that's not how it should work, but that's how government does work. Notwithstanding this, notwithstanding that. That's the Constitution of Canada, which isn't real. You need a Constitution like America. People from around the world are watching this show. Don't tune out because you say, it's about Canada, it's not about me. It is about you because it shows that strength will move things forward. And you have a group of people, they're located in Medicine Hat, Alberta. They got together and said, let's draft this because somebody needs to put this together. And they went to the board. It's strong stuff. Now, many people are saying, yikes, this is bad. You're now going to be like America. You can carry a gun. Oh, my heavens. Let's go way back in time. I mean, Norwegians, that'd be me. They're not that bright because my family came from Oslo, Norway, 10 feet of snow. They went to South Dakota, 20 feet of snow. And then they went to Alberta, 30 feet of snow. So, but I've been in Alberta. I was in Alberta for a very long time. When I was a kid growing up in Vermilion, Alberta, I went down to the McLeod store when I was 12 years old and I bought a Winchester for $99. No tax in those days, no nothing. You just gave them $99. I still have the gun, right? I carried it home. Us boys used to take our 22 rifles to school in grade 7 and grade 8, put them in our locker. There's a big field outside of the school. And we went out and we shot gophers. They encouraged us to do that because gophers were bad. And we did that. And we had gun racks. In the 60s, in the 70s, when I was old enough to drive around, we all had guns. There wasn't a problem with the good guys. And then the first Trudeau came in and he said, you good guys can't do that. That's not good. Of course it was good. So now this proposal in Alberta takes it back to where it was. And it was fine. All these little bleeding heart liberals, get over yourself. I mean, I have carry permits in virtually, most states in the United States. I carry, and why wouldn't I carry? There's snakes and bobcats and bears and bad people. And Alberta's finally waking up. So Premier Smith, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. If you don't like guns, don't buy one. If you like one, you have to be trained. That's what I tell people. Sometimes I'm in a room and they'll find out that I have a gun and they're frightened. I say, hang on. You're with the safest guy in the bloody room. The FBI does a check on me every hour, I get a brain check every now and again just to make sure I'm still okay. And you're with the safest guy in the room. Alberta, make it happen. See ya.